Your body is constantly performing a quiet balancing act. Every heartbeat, breath, and sip of water you take helps maintain a careful equilibrium between acidity and alkalinity, what we call your body's pH balance. The term pH simply measures how acidic or alkaline something is on a scale from 0 to 14. A lower number means more acidic, a higher number means more alkaline. In the middle, around 7 is neutral, like pure water. Inside your body, this balance is far from random. Your blood, for example, stays within a very narrow range, usually between 735 and 745. Even tiny shifts outside that window can cause serious problems. But here's the amazing part. Your body works tirelessly to keep things steady no matter what you eat or drink. Your lungs and kidneys act like partners in a lifelong dance, releasing or conserving acids and bases as needed. When you exhale carbon dioxide, for instance, your blood becomes slightly less acidic. When your kidneys excrete acids through urine, they help reset your internal chemistry. Many people think their diet alone can drastically change their body's overall pH. In truth, that's not entirely accurate. While certain foods can affect the pH of your urine, your blood pH remains remarkably stable, thanks to those hard-working organs. What diet can do, however, is ease or burden your system's ability to maintain that stability. Processed foods, sugars, and chronic dehydration can make the body's balancing job harder, while vegetables, minerals, and hydration make it easier. Here's why that matters. When your body is overloaded, whether from stress, lack of sleep, or poor nutrition, your cells tend to become more inflamed. Inflammation, in turn, disrupts energy production and slows down tissue repair. Studies show that maintaining an internal environment that supports normal pH helps your enzymes work properly and keeps oxygen flowing to your cells more efficiently. That's the real secret behind the idea of alkalinity. Not turning your body into something it's not, but helping it do what it already knows how to do. Stay balanced. Think of it this way. When you eat a big, heavy meal loaded with sugar or fried oils, you may notice bloating or fatigue afterward. Your body temporarily leans toward a more acidic environment. But if you start your day with a glass of water, leafy greens, or even a squeeze of lemon, which despite being acidic in taste has an alkalizing effect once metabolized, you're helping your system find its center again. It's not magic, it's physiology. Now, where does baking soda come into this picture? Many people are surprised to learn that baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is actually a natural buffer. It helps neutralize acids. That's why doctors sometimes use it in controlled settings to treat certain conditions involving acidity, such as heartburn or kidney issues. It doesn't raise your pH in a dramatic way, but it can support your body's existing mechanisms. However, the key word is balance. Too much alkalinity can be just as problematic as too much acidity. Your stomach, for example, needs acid to digest food and absorb nutrients like vitamin B12 and calcium. Neutralizing it too often, whether with medications or baking soda, can interfere with digestion and increase bloating or nutrient loss. The goal is never to banish acid, but to keep the right amounts in the right places. Here's a helpful image. Imagine your body as a garden. Some parts need rich, slightly acidic soil to grow healthy roots. Others thrive in a more neutral mix. If you pour baking soda all over everything, you might stop weeds, but you might also stunt your flowers. Instead, a good gardener checks moisture, sunlight, and nutrients, making small adjustments where needed. Your internal chemistry works the same way. A common myth you might have heard is that diseases like cancer or arthritis thrive in acidic environments, and therefore, alkalizing your body will cure or prevent them. While inflammation and acidity do often occur together, scientists clarify that you cannot simply alkalize your blood with diet alone. What you can do is create a healthier internal environment where your immune system and metabolism function more efficiently. That means less chronic inflammation, which is indeed linked to most age-related conditions. One simple way to help your body stay in equilibrium is through hydration and minerals. Drinking enough water supports kidney function, your main pH regulator. Eating foods rich in magnesium, potassium, and calcium, found in leafy greens, avocados, and almonds, also helps buffer acids naturally. You don't need expensive alkaline water machines or powders. Your body already comes equipped with its own system. And if you've ever felt confused by the constant back and forth in health media, one day telling you to alkalize everything, the next warning you it's a scam, remember this: balance always wins. You don't have to live on green juices or avoid every acidic food. You simply need variety, hydration, and rest. Even your mindset matters. Chronic stress increases acid-forming hormones like cortisol, while relaxation and gentle breathing help neutralize them. So, as you move into the next part of this story, keep this foundation in mind. Your pH balance is a reflection of how smoothly your internal systems communicate. It's not about chasing numbers, but about supporting harmony between your organs, your habits, and your daily choices. In the next section, we'll look at baking soda itself, what it really is, how it works inside the body, and why this common kitchen staple has attracted attention in both traditional and modern health discussions. Now that you understand how your body naturally maintains its pH balance, let's take a closer look at baking soda, what it is, how it works, and why so many people believe it can help support health. Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, is a simple compound made up of sodium, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. In chemistry terms, it's classified as a mild base, meaning it can neutralize acids. When you mix it with something acidic like vinegar or lemon juice, it fizzes because it releases carbon dioxide. That same gentle reaction is what gives bread its rise and helps calm stomach acid when used properly. In your body, a similar principle applies. Sodium bicarbonate acts as a buffer, helping to keep the delicate balance between acids and bases stable. Your own cells already produce bicarbonate as part of their natural chemistry. It circulates in your bloodstream and assists your kidneys and lungs in maintaining that ideal pH window of around 7.4. So when people talk about baking soda helping the body, it's really about supporting a process your body already does every second of every day. Here's where things get interesting. Baking soda's effects go beyond just calming acid in your stomach. Research has shown that it can play a role in reducing inflammation and supporting muscle recovery after exercise. In controlled doses, it's sometimes used by athletes to reduce lactic acid buildup, allowing for better endurance. The reason is simple. Baking soda helps temporarily neutralize excess acid produced in muscles during intense activity. While that doesn't mean you should start taking spoonfuls before your morning walk, it does illustrate how powerful the body's natural buffering systems can be when supported correctly. However, one of the most common mistakes people make is assuming that more is better. It's not. Taking too much baking soda can cause discomfort, bloating, or even electrolyte imbalances because sodium bicarbonate, as the name implies, contains sodium. For those with high blood pressure or kidney issues, that extra sodium load can become a problem. That's why health experts always emphasize moderation and awareness. Here's a common myth worth clearing up. Drinking baking soda water every day will detox your body. In reality, your liver and kidneys are the organs designed for detoxification. Baking soda doesn't flush out toxins in the way detox teas or fad cleanses claim. What it can do is make it a little easier for your body to process acid waste products when used safely and occasionally. For example, when your digestion feels off or after a particularly heavy acidic meal. One simple practical tip. If you experience occasional heartburn, you can mix half a teaspoon of baking soda into a full glass of water and sip it slowly. This neutralizes excess stomach acid temporarily. But remember, this is not meant to be an everyday remedy. Regular or chronic heartburn might indicate an underlying issue like acid reflux, which should be addressed with a healthcare provider. Here's why this matters, especially as we age. As the body's systems slow down, our kidneys may not buffer acids as efficiently, and our muscles may produce more lactic acid after mild exertion. That's one reason many older adults feel more tired or achy than they used to. Supporting your body with hydration, mineral balance, and gentle movement can help the natural bicarbonate system work more effectively. Baking soda also has a fascinating connection to oral health. Many natural toothpaste brands include it because of its mild alkalinity. It can help neutralize acid in the mouth that causes tooth decay and gum irritation. A simple rinse made with a pinch of baking soda in warm water can freshen breath and balance oral pH without harsh chemicals. And beyond digestion and dental care, baking soda has another subtle benefit. It can support your urinary tract. Studies have shown that a slightly more alkaline urine environment can reduce discomfort from certain urinary issues. That's one reason why, in medical settings, sodium bicarbonate may be prescribed in small, precise amounts for kidney health or acidosis management. Still, balance is the key. Overusing baking soda or drinking it too often can backfire. Some people try to combine it with apple cider vinegar for a miracle detox drink. While that combination creates fizz, it doesn't deliver lasting benefits, and in some cases, it may upset your stomach more than help it. Your body is smart. It doesn't need extreme interventions, just steady support. Here's a good analogy. Imagine your body as a thermostat, constantly adjusting to keep you at the perfect temperature. Baking soda isn't the heater or the air conditioner. It's more like a backup system that helps the thermostat work smoothly when things get slightly off balance. It's not meant to take over, but to assist gently. For seniors especially, small, mindful uses of baking soda can make a difference. For instance, soaking tired feet in warm water with a bit of baking soda helps soothe the skin and reduce odor. A pinch added to bath water can calm irritation and help relax muscles. These simple routines don't alter your body chemistry dramatically, but they do promote comfort and calm, which in turn supports overall well-being. And here's something hopeful to remember. Your body never stops striving for balance, no matter your age. The systems that regulate pH and energy are resilient and adaptive. When you drink enough water, eat whole foods, manage stress, and rest properly, you're already supporting those natural systems, with or without baking soda. As we move forward, we'll explore how to separate myths from facts about alkalizing the body, and understand why some popular internet claims about baking soda go too far. The goal isn't to dismiss natural remedies, but to use them wisely and safely in partnership with your body's built-in intelligence.
At this point, you've learned how your body naturally regulates pH and how baking soda can play a small, supportive role. But this is also where confusion often begins. Over the years, the idea of alkalizing the body has become a popular health trend, especially online. You've probably seen videos, blogs, or even supplement ads claiming that disease can't survive in an alkaline body. It sounds comforting, doesn't it? The idea that one simple shift could protect you from illness. But the truth is far more nuanced and far more interesting. Let's start with what's true. Your body does perform better when its internal environment is stable. Not too acidic, not too alkaline. Cells rely on that precise balance for every process, from turning food into energy to repairing tissues. If your blood were to become even slightly more acidic or more alkaline, it could interfere with how oxygen binds to your red blood cells. That's serious. Fortunately, your body has built-in safety systems to prevent this, mainly your lungs and kidneys, which continuously adjust bicarbonate and carbon dioxide levels to keep you in range. Now, here's the myth, that you could dramatically change your blood pH simply by eating more alkaline foods or drinking baking soda water. In reality, the foods you eat can alter the pH of your urine, but not your blood. Urine pH changes are one way your body disposes of extra acids or bases, keeping the blood steady. Think of it like a safety valve. It releases excess pressure, but the main system, your bloodstream, stays regulated. That's why claims like "drink this to turn your body alkaline" miss the point. The goal isn't to become alkaline. It's to help your natural systems work efficiently, so they can handle acids and bases as needed. When someone promotes a one-size-fits-all alkalizing diet or supplement, they're often misunderstanding basic human physiology. Here's a good way to visualize it. Imagine your blood as a finely tuned orchestra. The violins, your lungs, and cellos, your kidneys, are always adjusting to keep the music harmonious. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables is like adding a little tune-up. It helps the instruments play better. But dumping too much baking soda or focusing obsessively on raising your pH is like adding random instruments to the stage and hoping it sounds better. Instead of harmony, you can create imbalance. There's also a misunderstanding about disease and acidity. It's true that certain illnesses can make your body's environment more acidic. For example, advanced kidney disease or diabetes can alter acid-base balance. But acidity doesn't necessarily cause disease. It's often a result of underlying dysfunction. It's like smoke and fire. The smoke doesn't cause the fire, but it tells you something's burning. Another myth worth addressing is the claim that cancer cannot live in an alkaline environment. This idea came from early laboratory experiments that showed cancer cells growing faster in acidic cultures. However, those studies involved cells in petri dishes, not whole human bodies. In a living person, cancer cells can survive in various pH conditions because the body's systems constantly regulate the environment. What really influences disease risk is inflammation, immune function, and overall lifestyle, not your blood pH number. So, if extreme alkalizing isn't the answer, what does work? The simple truth: supporting your natural buffering systems through lifestyle. That means staying hydrated, eating plenty of vegetables and mineral-rich foods, managing stress, and sleeping well. These habits reduce the metabolic acid load your body has to process. In other words, you're not forcing alkalinity. You're freeing up energy for your body to maintain balance more easily. Here's an actionable tip many people over 50 find helpful. Start your day with a glass of warm water mixed with a squeeze of lemon. Even though lemon tastes acidic, it leaves behind alkaline-forming minerals like potassium and magnesium once metabolized. It's gentler than using baking soda daily, and it hydrates and supports digestion naturally. If you enjoy baking soda water occasionally, keep it occasional, maybe after a large or acidic meal, not as a routine. There's also the psychological side of this discussion. Many people turn to alkaline diets or miracle drinks because they want control, they want to feel empowered about their health. And that's completely understandable. But the healthiest kind of control is balanced awareness, not fear-based restriction. You don't have to eliminate every acidic food like tomatoes, eggs, or coffee. Instead, pair them with alkalizing foods like leafy greens or cucumbers. It's not about perfection, it's about proportion. The myth of total alkalinity also overlooks something essential. Your stomach needs acid. Hydrochloric acid breaks down protein, kills harmful bacteria, and helps you absorb nutrients like calcium and B12. Constantly neutralizing it with baking soda or antacids can actually make digestion worse over time. You may feel temporary relief from heartburn, but if used excessively, it can signal your stomach to produce more acid later, starting a frustrating cycle. Here's the physiological insight to remember. The body's acid-base balance works on feedback loops. When one system, like the stomach, becomes too neutral, another system compensates, often in ways we don't feel right away. That's why quick fixes can backfire. Instead, focus on overall patterns: steady hydration, fiber-rich meals, moderate exercise, and emotional calm, which all reduce acid-forming stress naturally. And don't underestimate the role of breathing. Deep, slow breathing helps remove carbon dioxide, a natural acid byproduct. That's why stress, which shortens your breath, can make you feel fatigued or tense. A few minutes of mindful breathing every day can help your body maintain its internal chemistry without needing any supplement at all. So, when you see the phrase, alkalize your body, take it with a grain of salt, or in this case, a pinch of baking soda. You're not trying to fight against your body's chemistry. You're working with it. Real health comes from harmony, not extremes. In the next section, we'll turn this understanding into practice. You'll learn safe, smart ways to use baking soda that can gently support digestion, comfort joints, and encourage balance, all without overdoing it. Now that you know what's true and what's not about alkalizing the body, let's talk about practical, safe ways to use baking soda in your daily life. This simple white powder can be a helpful ally when used wisely. The goal isn't to turn it into a miracle cure, but to understand how it fits into a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Let's start with digestion, because that's where baking soda shines most clearly. Many adults, especially after age 50, experience occasional heartburn or acid reflux. That burning sensation often happens when stomach acid backs up into the esophagus. Not because you have too much acid overall, but because the valve between your stomach and throat becomes weaker over time. In these moments, baking soda can provide gentle relief. Here's how. Mix half a teaspoon of baking soda into a full glass of water, about 8 ounces. Stir it well, sip slowly, and notice how the fizzing helps neutralize acid. It's quick, simple, and effective for short-term use. But it's important not to rely on this too often. Using baking soda every day can upset your body's sodium balance and interfere with normal stomach function. Think of it like a fire extinguisher, helpful in emergencies, but not something you spray daily just in case. For regular digestive comfort, it's better to support your stomach naturally. Eat smaller, slower meals. Avoid lying down right after eating. And include more alkaline-forming foods like leafy greens, celery, and avocados in your diet. These foods help your system maintain steady pH without needing to neutralize stomach acid artificially. Another gentle use for baking soda involves muscle and joint comfort. Many seniors find that a warm bath with a few tablespoons of baking soda helps ease stiffness. The mild alkalinity soothes the skin and muscles, and the warmth improves circulation. Add a handful of Epsom salt for magnesium, and you've got a simple, inexpensive home spa. Just 15 to 20 minutes of soaking can leave you feeling lighter and more relaxed, and your joints will thank you. Speaking of circulation, here's a physiological insight. When your muscles work, they produce lactic acid, which can make you feel sore or fatigued. Baking soda's natural buffering ability helps neutralize some of that acidity. That's why athletes sometimes use it in training, under professional supervision. For older adults, a light version of this idea can mean better post-walk recovery. Staying hydrated, stretching gently, and adding mineral-rich foods like spinach or almonds will help your body's own bicarbonate system work smoothly. No supplements needed. Now, let's touch on oral and skin health, where baking soda also plays a valuable role. Because it's mildly abrasive and alkaline, it helps clean the mouth and neutralize acids that lead to plaque or gum irritation. You can make a simple mouth rinse by dissolving a half teaspoon of baking soda in a cup of warm water. Swish gently for 30 seconds and spit it out. Never swallow it. This freshens your breath and supports gum balance without harsh chemicals. For skin care, a small pinch of baking soda mixed with water makes a soothing paste for bug bites or mild irritation. It calms itching and reduces redness by neutralizing skin acids. But again, moderation matters. It's best used occasionally, not daily, since overuse can dry the skin. One thing many people overlook is how baking soda supports detox through the skin. Your skin is your body's largest organ of elimination. When you soak in a warm baking soda bath, you're not flushing out toxins in the dramatic sense that advertisements suggest, but you're helping your pores release sweat and ease inflammation. The warmth improves blood flow, and the alkalinity can soothe conditions like mild eczema or irritation caused by dryness. Now, let's talk about the safety guidelines, because they're crucial. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or taking medications that affect sodium levels, consult your doctor before using baking soda internally. It contains sodium, and overuse can lead to water retention or raise blood pressure. Also, never combine baking soda with large amounts of acidic drinks like vinegar in a sealed container. It creates carbon dioxide gas and can cause dangerous pressure buildup. Here's a gentle daily approach you can safely consider. Once or twice a week, if your digestion feels heavy or acidic, sip a small glass of water with 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda after meals. The rest of the week, focus on natural ways to stay balanced. Hydration, breathing, walking, and eating colorful, mineral-rich foods. A small but powerful tip. Try starting your day with warm lemon water instead of baking soda water. It wakes up your digestion, hydrates your system, and provides gentle alkalizing minerals without adding sodium. Many people find this easier on the stomach and more sustainable long-term. And don't forget the emotional side of health. Stress itself can make your body more acidic, not because of food, but because of the hormones it releases like cortisol and adrenaline. Practicing relaxation, gentle yoga, or deep breathing helps balance your chemistry just as much as any dietary change. As one nutritionist said beautifully, your thoughts are as important to your pH as your meals. A reassuring reminder, it's never too late to start feeling better. Even small adjustments, like replacing one processed snack with fresh fruit or walking for 15 minutes after dinner, help your body systems work more smoothly. Your kidneys, lungs, and skin are remarkably resilient. They simply need your cooperation. So, when used in the right way, baking soda is not a fad or a gimmick. It's a natural tool, a helper that complements your body's existing balance. Respect its limits, use it wisely, and combine it with the foundation of real wellness: hydration, movement, calm, and wholesome food. In the final section, we'll bring all of this together, exploring how to find true balance naturally, with or without baking soda, through simple daily habits that nurture your pH, your energy, and your peace of mind. After exploring what pH really means and how baking soda fits into the bigger picture, we come to the heart of this journey: finding balance naturally. You've probably noticed a recurring theme throughout this series. Your body is already equipped with remarkable tools for healing, regulation, and renewal. The best thing you can do isn't to override them, but to work with them gently day by day. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated regulators of pH balance: breathing. Every time you exhale, you release carbon dioxide, which helps reduce acidity in the blood. Shallow, hurried breathing, something many of us develop with age or stress, can make your body slightly more acidic over time. Practicing slow, mindful breathing not only calms your nervous system, but also supports your body's natural buffering system. Just 5 minutes a day of deep belly breathing can help your cells function more efficiently. You could try this in bed before sleep or while sitting in a comfortable chair. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold briefly, and exhale gently through your mouth for 6. It's simple, free, and profoundly effective. Next comes hydration, your body's quiet hero. Water is the main carrier of nutrients, minerals, and bicarbonate ions, all vital for maintaining balance. As you age, your sense of thirst weakens and mild dehydration can sneak up easily. This puts extra stress on your kidneys, which are key players in pH regulation. Aim to sip water steadily throughout the day instead of gulping large amounts at once. Adding a squeeze of lemon or a few slices of cucumber can make it more inviting and provide trace minerals that help with alkalinity naturally. Then there's nutrition, the cornerstone of lasting health. The most effective way to support your body's acid-base balance is not by cutting out entire food groups, but by bringing more variety and color to your plate. Fresh vegetables and fruits, particularly leafy greens, berries, cucumbers, and avocados, contain natural minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium that help buffer acids. Whole grains, legumes, and seeds also play a part, providing fiber that feeds your gut bacteria, another system deeply connected to your overall balance. Here's a little science-backed insight. When your gut microbiome is healthy, it produces short-chain fatty acids that support metabolism and reduce inflammation throughout the body. That means your diet indirectly supports pH balance by reducing internal acid stress. One small swap, say choosing oats with cinnamon instead of sugary cereal, can start this process. You don't need perfection, you just need consistency. Let's also talk about movement. Regular gentle exercise, walking, stretching, yoga, or swimming, helps your body circulate oxygen and flush out metabolic acids like carbon dioxide and lactic acid. When muscles move, they also stimulate your lymphatic system, which carries away waste. Even 20 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Think of movement not as a chore, but as an internal cleansing system, one that keeps your chemistry balanced and your mind clear. Now, you might wonder where baking soda fits in after all this. The answer: it's optional. It's a small, occasional helper in a much larger picture of wellness. You might use it once in a while to ease heartburn, soothe a foot soak, or freshen your mouth. But your true long-term balance comes from how you live every day, how you breathe, move, hydrate, and nourish yourself. Baking soda is just one tool among many. It's also important to acknowledge the emotional side of balance. Stress, resentment, and worry can all make your body feel tense and fatigued. They subtly alter hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can, over time, shift your metabolism and affect acid-base chemistry. By contrast, peace, gratitude, and gentle humor have the opposite effect. They calm your system, improve digestion, and even enhance oxygen flow. That's why laughter, friendship, and purpose are just as valuable as vitamins or minerals. Here's an actionable takeaway you can start today. Create a simple balance ritual. Every morning, before turning on the news or checking your phone, take a few slow breaths. Drink a glass of water with a squeeze of lemon. Stretch your shoulders and neck gently. These small acts tell your body, I'm on your side. At night, take a few minutes to release tension. Maybe a warm bath with baking soda, soft music, and low light. Over time, these rituals build resilience from the inside out. As one wellness educator once said, balance isn't something you find once, it's something you practice. You don't have to chase alkalinity or fear acidity. Both have their place in the symphony of your biology. What matters is harmony, a rhythm that supports energy, digestion, sleep, and peace of mind. And here's your reassuring reminder. It's never too late to start feeling better. Even after years of habits that didn't serve you, your body can adapt quickly to kindness. With every sip of water, every deep breath, and every mindful meal, you're giving your cells permission to thrive. In our closing reflection, we'll bring together everything we've learned, so you can carry forward not just information, but inspiration for a more balanced, vibrant life. You've just taken a thoughtful journey through one of the most misunderstood yet fascinating topics in natural wellness: how baking soda and your body's pH balance truly connect. Along the way, you've seen that health isn't about chasing extremes or following fads. It's about nurturing the systems you already have, helping them do what they were designed to do, keep you balanced, calm, and full of energy. From the start, we learned that your body's pH is carefully controlled, a delicate rhythm your lungs, kidneys, and cells perform around the clock. We explored how baking soda, in small, smart doses, can occasionally support digestion, soothe muscles, or refresh the mouth. And we separated myth from truth, understanding that you can't turn your body alkaline, but you can create an environment where balance, circulation, and healing come naturally. Most importantly, we discovered that real balance comes from everyday choices: staying hydrated, breathing deeply, eating colorful whole foods, moving often, and managing stress gently. These are the quiet habits that protect you far more effectively than any quick remedy. They're simple, sustainable, and available to you right now. So, as you close this video, remember, your health isn't a battle between acid and alkaline. It's a partnership between awareness and action. You don't need perfection. You just need small, steady steps. Over time, those steps add up to more energy, better digestion, deeper sleep, and a calmer mind. Small daily choices make the biggest difference. If you found this helpful, Give the video a like and subscribe for more senior health insights.